Hey, it's Mr. Johns. Welcome to this second tutorial for VR.vex.com. We'll just call it VEX VR probably in the future. And today we're going to create a simple program that makes the robot move forward, turn, and move backwards. So as always, we want to keep this when started block out here where we can see it. And we want to tell the robot to drive forward. Now, you have an option of just drive forward, but that's all it does is drive forward. Or you have the option of telling it to drive forward for a certain distance. Now, notice that you can also change it millimeters to inches. If you know Mr. Johns very well, you know I like millimeters. But if you aren't really familiar with how far a certain number of millimeters are, and inches make more sense to you, then choose inches. In fact, if I just say, hey, go forward 12 inches, I know that's the length of a ruler. So that does make sense to my brain as well. So we'll say, hey, when started, drive forward for 12 inches. And then we want you to turn right. By default, all the turn commands will be to the right. So if you want to change those, you simply just choose the drop-down menu, and there's only the option of turning left or right. But we're going to keep it to the right. And then turning is by degrees, and by default, again, it's 90 degrees, which is a exact right turn, right? So it's a 90-degree complete right turn. So let's keep it 90 degrees, and then we want it to stop driving. Okay, let's go ahead and run this. Choose playground, and we'll keep it on grid map. Once it loads this thing up, we're going to switch it to that camera mode and hit start. And it's going to drive for 12 inches and turn right and stop. That's all it does. I mean, that's all we told it to do. So let's close that, and let's see if we can change that up a little bit. Let's do a how about a drive backwards? Oh, except there won't be any. Yeah, no, we can do that. I'm trying to make sure I have room on the arena. So it's going to drive forward for 12 inches. It's going to turn right. Yeah, no, there's not going to be room. It needs to drive forward again. So let's do 24 inches this time. And then let's have it turn left. Turn left. So we're going to have to drop down left. So you're going to create a program that matches mine. You'll be sharing it with me, so make sure you do it correctly. When started, drive forward for 12 inches, turn right 90 degrees, drive forward for 24 inches, then turn left 90 degrees, and let's have it drive backwards. Drive backwards, reverse, forward, reverse, for 6 inches. And then stop driving. Let's see what this looks like. Playground, loading. So you can see with the combination of the drivetrain commands here, and remember these blue ones are all drivetrain. You can choose the speed of the robot. You can tell it how much to turn, how much to rotate, whether to go right or left, forward, backwards, and so it's pretty much the basic movement commands for a robot. And here will be your final program. See if it works. Drive forward for 12, turn right, go forward for 24, turn left, go backwards for, what I say, 6. And that's it. It did what I told it to do, right? That's excellent. There's one more change I'd like to make before we finish, and that is to add a, and I'm trying to think where it would be, add a pen, so it draws a color. So let's see here, print, a set print, no, move robot pen. Let's do that. Let's slap this up here, move the robot pen down, and we want you to draw a line while you go that is red. All right, well, if my logic will make sense to the robot, it's going to draw a red line the whole way. So we'll find out if that works. And if it works, that's what your assignment is, your first assignment. So here we go. Let's switch to 3D view and hit start. Please draw a red line. Yep, there we go. Red line. I should have switched the color maybe when it went backwards. But I don't need to. Oh, by the way, in this window, I don't think I ever said so, but you can stop and rerun if you want to. Let's see what it looks like top view. Do-do-do, do-do-do. So it just gives you a different view, which sometimes might help you see when there are other things on the screen or in the arena that might give you just a better view sometimes. So, all right, so that is the assignment. Make it run, and I would like to see your code as well as I think in the playground. I want to make sure it works for you. 1 second. Let me load this back up again. I shouldn't have closed it. Loading, 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 loading. So what I'd like to see is this view. Go ahead and run it. And notice that it flashes through the code. Isn't that cool? So it shows you, like, if you have an error somewhere, it just stops doing what you want it to do. You will see what step it is on in the code block here, and you can make the changes as you need it. So I would like you to take a screenshot like this, where I can see your robot sitting in this position with the code blocks to the left, so I can see that you did it correctly. So, and then email that to me, please. Email that screenshot to me at brian.johns@boiseschools.org. Thank you. Mr. Johns out.